All right, how's it going, everyone? Tyler Hopkins here with Farmboy Marketing Agency. And in this video, we're going to be going over a recent article we put out. That's the 5 common email marketing mistakes and how to fix them. So this is a good article because it gives you a lot of action steps that you can take to improve your email marketing campaigns. And some of the mistakes that I think we're all aware of, but we're going to go into it a little bit more detail and kind of give you some of the reasons why it may be an issue and then how to actually fix them. So email marketing is a fantastic way to stay in touch with your current customers and grab new ones in the process. And if you want to read this in more detail, we're going to put the article in the description of the video. And let me actually go through the list real quick, and then we'll go a little bit into detail on how we can correct some of these errors that we may be implementing. So number 1 is not maintaining your email list or your mailing list. Number 2 is sending filler emails. Number 3 is going to be erratic sending schedule. 4 is email clutter causes confusion. And last but not least is encouraging signups. So let's go through it in order. So I don't think any of us are too unfamiliar with email marketing campaigns. I think we all sign up for a lot of different reasons. So for me, if I use a product, I'll try to sign up for an email list if I get exclusive offers or details about a specific product that I'm already interested in or that I'm already buying, because it's going to add more value to me as a customer instead of just getting random emails that don't add much value to me or my life. You know, I think we get plenty of content through social media, through other marketing channels. So being bombarded with just, content through your email isn't really appropriate, especially from a branding perspective, unless it is going to be valuable to the audience. So giving them a reason to sign up for their email list by actually providing them value. So number 1 is going to be not maintaining your mailing list. So this more has to do with, making sure that you don't have any kind of errors in your mailing list. So this goes over, review the names and information for accuracy. If you see that somebody has a name that is clearly misspelled, you want to go in and fix that, because a lot of these email marketing campaigns too, they'll try to customize who they're sending it to through the code. So sometimes it'll pull the information directly from what they put in as their name. And if it looks obviously misspelled, then when they receive the email and it says, "Hi, Tyler," and it's actually spelled completely wrong, I'm going to see that in a negative light, regardless if they meant to or not. And I might have been the one who actually plugged in my name incorrectly, but, if I'm going to receive that email and it spells my name wrong, I'm probably going to, not take it as serious, or I'm just going to see that, they made a mistake, which could negatively affect the whole campaign. So just go through and make sure you can try to clean up any kind of information that may have typos or anything that may complicate the delivery. So if you see that something's clearly misspelled, like if they put their name in as this and then in their email it's spelled completely different, then maybe after you send out the first one, if you get some kind of a rejection or if it doesn't go through, then you can actually go through and actually update and see when you put out the next email if it's actually received or not, because there may just be some misspelling. Also, remove any kind of inactive users. So this is going to be helpful for your overall campaign. So if you have people that, and this says, if somebody hasn't opened it in 6 months, then you should probably stop targeting them and stop sending the emails out to them, because that's going to negatively affect your campaign, because you're actually paying per email that's sent out. So if you're sending out 25% of your emails are going into, email accounts that aren't active, or they don't even check their emails, then you're paying to send out those emails and getting negative analytics from that. So you may be thinking that your campaigns aren't working as well, and you may be changing up the copy or the images or the offer, And it may just be that your audience is just not opening those emails anymore. So make sure you remove any inactive users. That's also going to keep the cost down by managing your list. Like I said, you're not going to be paying for all of these email accounts that aren't active. They're not opening them anymore. Maybe it's going to their trash folder and they just don't even know about it. I have some emails that go to trash. Sometimes I'll browse through my spam folder and I'll see if there's any kind of offers that I maybe have missed that I actually wanted, because sometimes their campaigns will go directly to your spam folder. So every once in a while I'll check that and then make a note to pull it into my actual inbox if I actually want to receive it to my inbox. So those are 3 ways that can help you maintain your mailing list in case that is something you're lacking in. Number 2 is sending filler emails. So like I said, sometimes we get too much content and you don't want to be sending out content that's not valuable to the audience. So they're signing up for a reason. So if you can actually put little bite-sized paragraphs to get them to read it and not be overwhelmed to the point to where they're going to click out of it and unsubscribe. And you can break it up in a lot of different ways. So there's ways that you can add images. You can break it up and have call to actions. You can break up your email to have information about specific topics, but break it up and add some white space in between so that people, when they open their email, they don't see, thousands of words on the page, and then, they're not interested in reading all that at the moment that they're opening it. So try to be precise or concise with your messaging and your content, and it'll just have a better user experience when they're opening it. So use a clear call to actions. So save time and confusion by having a clear call to action. So a lot of the times I'll get an email and it's trying to be a little bit too clickbaity to try to get me to open it, saying stuff like, you don't want to miss this, or you've got to see this, and then I click it and open it and I'm like, yeah, I didn't care about any of this. This is basically filler email. There's nothing of value for me, the end consumer. So there's ways that you can break it up. And, one is to make it obvious and convenient to follow you on social media, buy a product, or click a link. Don't hide or bury it. So having your call to action of what is this email actually about? What is the value that I'm going to get out of it? If you're going to give me, for instance, 5 spicy recipes, have that in the top so I know what I'm going to be reading, what I'm going to get myself into. And if I'm interested, clearly I'll keep reading. Or if there's a specific offer that you're trying to offer or promote, then make that obvious. Don't try to put in a whole bunch of clickbait type copy and then at the bottom actually have what your purpose was and your call to action at the bottom. People aren't going to like that. It would be a better user experience if you actually just come out and say it in the beginning. Save everybody time. Like when you're clicking through your emails, you're not clicking through your emails because you want to spend hours reading emails. Like that's not what we do. If we want to be social and learn a lot of different information, there's other channels for that other than clicking and opening an email. So another thing you can do is try to avoid filler words. So this is going to be stuff like whatever, just, etc., totally, just in case. And then we mentioned, if things can be said with less words, then try to use less words. Try to put yourself in the position of your audience. And you don't enjoy, somebody who's has all this filler words and content that's not adding any value. It actually sounds more confusing, and that the person doesn't really know what they're talking about when they use some of these filler words. Yeah, so read it out loud. If it sounds too stuffy, try these different tricks for a better flow. So that's going to be super helpful in the user experience. Number 3 is going to be more erratic sending schedule. So when starting an email campaign, it's difficult to know what time of the day to send out an email. So this is basically just talking about being consistent. There is some strategies that you can use in the beginning. Maybe separate the hour for the first couple months to see if maybe there's a different amount of traffic for a specific time. But don't overthink that aspect of things. If anything, just make sure you're getting out X amount of emails per week or per month and try to stick to that schedule. Less is more when sending emails. People will unsubscribe if bombarded with emails. So this is going to be more to deal with how frequently you want to put out content. So long form emails should be monthly. It goes over things that are more time sensitive in emails, like if it's an offering, like a product offering that's limited time, that should be short and sweet. So let's say you have a campaign for a holiday. You want to get to the point. You don't need to have a whole list of all of the reasons this holiday exists. People aren't going to click their email and open that or care about that. Maybe you can have it built into the email further down, but if you're going to have a specific offer that is limited time, put that in the header, put it in the actual description of the email, the title of it, and that's going to help them understand, what is in this email and is it going to be worth clicking and reading it. Stick to an email calendar. So this goes with more frequency. So, people are filling out your form because they want the value that you're promising. So depending on what you're promising with having people subscribe or sign up to your email, you want to make sure that you fulfill on that. If you're telling them that they get exclusive offers by signing up to this email, then you shouldn't have those same offers and deals being posted just on the website. Then there's no real reason to actually sign up for the email when the same offer exists to everybody. So if you're going to do more of an exclusive offer for your emails, then yeah, it does make sense to not have that same offer, on the website. So make it more exclusive. Email clutter causes confusion. So give it space. So this more talks about how to separate and structure the email so that you don't, confuse the reader. Because sometimes you'll get an email campaign or an email and there's a specific topic that they're trying to hit at the top. Maybe it's a specific offer. But then you scroll down and there's all these other offers that don't make sense to what the topic of the email was all about. Like it's almost offer overload. So to prevent that, just be concise with the message, with the offer, and then give it space to breathe. Don't over-inform your readers. Your email should be Cliff Note version of your pitch. And then if you need to, give them more information about it, you can put it in a blog article, or you can have it on your social media platforms where you can drive traffic to your social or to your article, which would lead to more information in case somebody wants to read it. They're not going to want to read it in your email, or not everybody would. But use visuals strategically. So a carefully placed image can add impact, appeal, and beauty to an email, but too many can overpower the text and the purpose. So again, it's all going to be based on what are you trying to achieve. Don't try to overload it with offers if the whole campaign is based on, just promoting one item. You shouldn't be promoting 15 other items in that email. It's just going to be super confusing. Avoid subscriber whiplash. Then this is what I was just talking about. It's just too many offers. So we love good sales, coupons, and deals as much as the next person, but it can be too much if the email is full of deals and offers. So you're giving your subscriber whiplash. So choose one or two good deals and make sure they occupy a central part of the email. So making sure it makes sense to why somebody clicks on it. Because you got to remember, people are reading your email title in the description. So you want to make sure that the content within that applies, because if somebody's going to click in there and then it's going to have nothing to do with the reason why they opened it, they're not going to be very happy. It's going to lead to a bad user experience. So the last one is going to be encourage signups. So if you're providing something of value with your email marketing campaigns, then don't be afraid to actually promote it. So if you have a website, have it at the top of the header. You may have a little hello bar and have, subscribe for our exclusive offers, subscribe for, new recipes that come out each week or each month. So you can even have it in the footer. We recommend in the footer because that's going to be on every single page. Or if you have a little hello bar, that's going to be on all of your pages. If you're going to be providing something of value and you're actually proud of your email campaigns, then don't be afraid to promote it. You can promote it on social media. So you can use email and social media together. So in your email marketing campaigns, if you have information about a specific offer or service or even the community, it could be like, connect with like-minded people, sign up or subscribe to our Facebook or our Instagram. So there's ways that you can promote both. So just like on social media, you can say, subscribe to our email list for exclusive offers that are only for our email subscribers. So that's why having an exclusive offer makes sense. It gives them more, it just seems more special than, just having all of these deals just on their website. And then you're just basically getting an email, just a reminder like, hey, we have all of these deals. Like, that's great and all, but that's not why I'm going to be signing up for a specific email. So having those different offers does make a lot of sense. So, and they do talk about that with creating incentives. So people are more likely to subscribe if they receive exclusives for joining. So, throw a unique coupon code in the confirmation email as a thank you for joining. So it could be, sign up for this email for exclusive offers and get, 20% off your first order. That causes them to take action sooner because they get that exclusive one-time offer. And as long as you're going to be providing good content after that for the reason why they signed up, then you have a better chance of actually having repeat customers and actually making this email marketing campaign make sense. Because getting one purchase is good, but if you're doing an ongoing email marketing campaign, it's going to be very beneficial if you do all of these steps correct and you don't, overpower your audience, putting out way too much information, too many offers, too many emails. That's an easy way somebody's going to unsubscribe, and then potentially you're going to lose them as a customer, especially if they're not opening your emails anyway. It's going to be very difficult to attract them if you're spamming them, way too many emails. It could potentially trigger that it's going to go into their garbage or their spam folder. So you just want to make sure you do some of the best practices correct from the user's perspective. Like, I get we all have the reasons for, businesses to create email marketing campaigns. Usually it's for business growth, but you can do both at the same time. Your business is going to grow if you can create an audience that's going to love the brand, love the products, love the offerings that you provide. And having an email marketing campaign can go along with the other campaigns that you have. It may be pay-per-click, it might be a social media campaign, but having a well thought out email marketing campaign is going to help with your overall strategy, because there are people like me that, if I'm interested in a product, I'm definitely going to sign up for their email list so that I can get some of those deals. So I'm not always paying full price. So if you're more of a conscious shopper and you're more thrifty, email marketing campaigns can be very beneficial for that type of an audience. And let's see if I didn't cover anything. Sign up incentives. Yes, use email and social together so you can cross promote them. So you can run contests, giveaways, and sweepstakes to capture more signups. So you can run those on social media. Sign up for our email marketing campaign to get 20% off your first order. Promote that on social media. Have a link that's going to drive traffic to the sign up page. And that will give a little bit more information about the email marketing campaign. And if you're having issues with any one of these and you can't do it yourself, that's when you can hire a marketing agency that specializes in things like this. So if you have a bigger business and you have a lot of customers or subscribers, then sometimes it's easier just to outsource the email marketing campaigns because you can follow the best practices. A lot of the times we overanalyze things as business owners, and having a marketing agency that can actually, follow best practices and has an overall long-term strategy can be beneficial to a lot of brands and actually improve the campaigns so you're not making some of these mistakes that may be a detriment to your brand. It could lead to a worse brand experience, and you don't want to do that, especially with an email campaign. You don't want to be sending people away from your business in an email. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. I'll put any kind of links in the description below. And until next time, have a good one.